The vote to approve the $6.6 million came from the Iowa Flood Mitigation Board. This was part of a $13 million levee improvement project that includes $4.8 million from the federal government and $1.7 million from the city of Cedar Falls. The $6.6 million will come from growth in the sales tax revenue generated in Cedar Falls over the coming years. So there's no guarantee that all of the money will be generated in the coming years. It is dependent upon sales tax revenue within the city of Cedar Falls. City officials estimate the growth will occur over the coming years, and that could account for the $6.6 million figure within about 5 years. Residents are reminded this is not a new sales tax. The sales tax money is money generated by new growth in Cedar Falls, including sales of goods and services within Cedar Falls. The city of Cedar Falls will need to still sell bonds to help pay for the flood levy, and those will in turn be paid off with future money generated by the growth in sales tax. As many remember, the devastating floods of 2008, the largest flood in Cedar Falls history, hit the area. The 350-year flood levee was designed to protect both Cedar Falls downtown and the water treatment facility. However, the 2008 floods came dangerously close to the receding levels. In response, tens of thousands of concerned citizens and volunteers came to help build a sandbag levee in order to keep the flooding of the Cedar Valley from topping the flood levee. After a community of volunteers sandbagging through the day and night, the flood levee held strong, saving the city's water reclamation facility and the downtown business properties. The Cedar Falls Director of Development, Ron Gaines, explained how the grant project is set up and how this levee project will build upon the current levee.
The grant program is set up is the levee project in itself will be just over $13 million, and that includes what is currently built out there, what was currently constructed in '99. So we were able to use that as a match. So what we're looking at doing moving forward is constructing or raising the elevation, the flood protection level to the 500-year, and with final design cost and construction cost, we estimate that to be about $6.6 million. So this grant opportunity that we just received will allow us to pay for the upcoming improvements.
The existing levee spans nearly 1.2 miles, starting at the Center Street Bridge on the north end and linking with CFU's flood wall on the southern end.
Yeah, there's 5 different segments that that consist of totally earthen, totally concrete wall, a mix between concrete wall and earthen dam. And so, and that really starts at the Center Street Bridge there at Center Street and West First Street, and runs 6,100 feet all the way down behind the Western Home.
Currently, this segment of the flood levee is earthen, but the future plans call for a decorative concrete wall to be built.
We want to make sure that whatever we put up there is also aesthetically pleasing for the community, because most of the time, 99.99% of the time, that flood levee is going to be hopefully aesthetically pleasing to the rest of the community. So we're going to have to iron out some of those details. For instance, in Peter Melindy Park, those decorative walls will be removed and then replaced at a higher level.
Ron explains the future construction plans and how long building this new levee in the Cedar Falls area is estimated to take.
We would hope to. A lot of it is obviously weather permitting. We think that there's going to be a lot of work that can get done, even if there's some spring rains and those things that we don't want to open up the levee. But yeah, so we're hoping for one construction season, but again, that'll depend on the weather.
With winter weather warming up, it's easy to see spring coming, and with spring comes the thawing of snow and ice on the river. Ice jams are created when large chunks of ice break away and crowd together, causing localized flooding. Ice jams are possible as the temperatures rise. This can cause river levels to rise in localized areas around potential ice jams. The potential for spring flooding is also on the rise with the meltdown of the near-record winter snow levels. It is important to know what to do in case of major flooding. If you go to Cedar Falls City Hall, you can pick up a brochure with information about what you should know about floods and when you should leave due to major flood levels. The brochure also has Cedar Falls closing and evacuation instructions. Residents can also view the brochure online. If you go to cedarfalls.com, you will see a link for flood information on the left side of the homepage. From there, you can view various information and links about floods and Cedar River information. It is here that you can also find the link for the flood brochure.